What's up, y'all? This is a new series on this channel called Crossover What Ifs. What I do in this series is have animes or cartoons, yes, cartoons, and have a 4-unit format. What I mean by that is have 4 characters from the anime or cartoon and make a hypothetical kit/moveset. Occasionally, I will cover existing crossovers, but I'll add in new hypothetical units that I think should be in Grand Summoners. Anyways, without further ado, the crossover I chose is the wrong way to use healing magic. The 4 characters I chose is the MC himself, Ken Usato, his mentor, Rose, and the 2 heroes, Ino Kam Suzune and rusen Kazuki. Sorry if I pronounced the names wrong. Now, let's go over the MC's hypothetical kit/moveset. First, his skill. It does 1800% earth damage physical. Yes, he is a physical unit. Increase damage to enemy by 20% for 10 seconds. And then there is a 12-second cooldown with that. And then now the break damage modifier is 350. Now then, his arts does 23,000% earth damage physical, increase own equipped CT speeds and HP auto recovery amount by 25% for 20 seconds. And then the break damage modifier is 1,300. And then now let's go with this true arts, which is 40,000% earth damage physical, autofills all allies arts gauge by 7 per second if HP is above 50%. And auto recovers all allies HP by 500 per second for 30 seconds. And then the break damage modifier is 1,800. And then, yes, he is type F. Now, the super arts, 120,000% earth damage physical. Ignores enemies' defense by 100% during super arts. Reduce enemies' physical resistance by 120% for 35 seconds. And then the break damage modifier is 2,100. And then now, the passive. His own individual passive is if HP is 80% or more, then increase all allies heal equipped CT speeds by 10%. And then now his other passive is max HP master level 4. All allies max HP 20% up only once. And the other one is Dark Killer level 4. Damage to dark enemies 20% up. So that is Ken Usato's moveset. And then now the reason why I have it like this is because, well, own equipped CT speeds, that is basically pretty much to show how fast he is, because in the anime he has trained to be able to run, but I was thinking, okay, maybe skill CT, but at the same time I'm not sure how well that will work out since his skill does not stack. So I go for his own equipped CT instead. And then of course the HP auto recovery amount, right? That one is because, well, he is a healer, a physical healer on top of that. And then now for Archgen as well, because I just want to go for, you know, the typical Archgen healer similar to that of Heart. And then now his super arts, the reason why he has defense ignore is because in the anime he has punched through one of the characters' armor clean off. So I thought it would be great for him to have defense ignore right there. And then physical resistance is because, well, he is a physical unit, as you've seen in the animations. Yes, he does use his fist. Sure, he imbued his fist with his own magic, but besides that, I think he's more so a physical unit, and so that's why I have physical resistance on him. And then now the passive is, well, because heal equipped CT, so that way everybody could go ahead and heal themselves, right? So that way it could be somewhat like an extension to him. So that's why I have his moveset right there. But now let's go over the next unit. The second one is Rose. So her skill, 2,600% earth damage physical. Heal all ally status element except curse. I'll explain that in a little bit. Increase all allies' arts gauge to 60 if their status element is healed with this skill. And then now there's a cooldown of 10 seconds, and then the break damage modifier is 400. Now let's move on to her arts, which does 30,000% earth damage physical. Reduce enemies' evasion rate by 50% and increase own crit damage by 40%. Break damage modifier is 1,500. True arts. 80,000% earth damage physical. Autofills all allies arch gen by 7 per second. And reduce enemies' earth resistance by 60% for 30 seconds. And then the break damage modifier is 2,000. And the type that she is type E. The super arts is 160,000% earth damage physical. Increase super crit to 60% during super arts. Increase own attack by 120% for 40 seconds. Break damage modifier is 2,500. And then now her passive is herself and leader unit won't flinch for 120 seconds and auto recovers all allies HP by 600 per second. And then her other passives is Dark Killer level 7, damage to dark enemy 35% up, and then evasion rate level 2, evasion rate 10% up. So that is her hypothetical kit slash moveset. Now let me go ahead and explain why on her skill she does not heal curse. The reason why is to be lore accurate, because in the anime she was not able to heal curses at all, so that's why she does not heal all allies curse. Now what I mean by all status element, I even mean faint, because so far currently there is no units that could heal faint at all. So she'll be the first one to be able to do that. And then now when it comes to evasion rate is because, well, in the anime she hits really hard, which actually does slow down the enemy quite a bit. So I thought, okay, the best way is to just have evasion rate right there. And then now with her kit, I did have her be more so like a healer and a damage dealer at the same time. So that's why she has her own crit damage and then reduce enemies earth res. And then not only that, she has super crit on her super arts and then also increase her own attack. That's why I have all of that right there, because in the anime, well, she goes and hits very hard to the enemy, and so that's why I have her be a healer, arch gen, and a damage dealer as well. And then now I have her be a passive healer. The reason why is because so that way, let's say for example you have both Rose and Ken and you have them both on the team. Well, not only will their healing be able to stack with each other, but also with their arch gen. Now, I'm aware with Rose, she will not be able to stack Archgen with, for an example, Summer Chloe, Hoka, and a few others. Especially with Summer Chloe, because Summer Chloe has passive healing, and same thing with Rose. But even so, she will still be able to stack with others, like, for an example, Heart, Muse, and Mako. So that's why I have her kit and her passive like that. So now let's move on to the next one. One of the heroes, Ino Kam Suzune. Her skill does 2,500% light damage magic, so she is a magic unit. Increase on arts gauge by 30 and 30 more if this skill crits. And then now there's a cooldown of 8 seconds. And then the break damage modifier is 300. Now her arts does 28,000% light damage magic, increase own skill CT speed, and increase damage to enemy by 100%. And then now the break damage modifier is 2,000. Let's move on to the next one. True arts, 75,000% light damage magic. Reduce enemies magic res by 60%, stackable for 40 seconds. Increase own crit rate by 100% for 40 seconds. And then the break damage modifier is 2,500. And then now her super arts is increase own super crit rate by 45% during super arts. And then the break damage modifier is 2,800. And then now her own passive is When own HP is above 80%, increase own equip CT speed by 40%. And then now her other passive is Curse Resistance level 10, Curse Time Reduction, and Curse Evasion Rate 100% up. And then the other one is Demon Killer level 5, damage to demons 50% up. So that is Ino Kame's moveset right here. And then now let me go ahead and explain why I have it like this. Now increase own arts gauge. That one right there is so that way she could start off a little bit. And then when it comes to crit, the reason why is because she moves very fast. Because she has lightning magic in the anime. And so that's why I have her be a light unit, because the only other unit that I could think of at the top of my head right now that has lightning magic, lore accurate, and is a light unit is Narbril. So it makes sense for Ino Kame to be a light unit and magic as well. And then now, reducing enemies magic res by 60%, stackable. That one right there, the reason why I have it right there, so that way it could be stackable. And if you pair her up with other units, like let's say for example Star God Lisa, for an example, well, their magic res will be able to stack and they'll just be able to do just a ton of damage altogether. And then now, increase own crit rate is so that way she could get that 60 increase own arts gauge on the skill. And then now when it comes to super arts, yeah, she has super crit rate as well, so that way she could go ahead and just do the damage too. And so that's why I have her kit be just that. So she is a damage dealer, which is slight, very slight supporting capabilities. And then now let's move on to the final one. This one is the second hero, Rusen Kazuki. So first off, his skill does 2400% light damage magic, increase on arts gauge by 50, and then the break damage modifier is 300. And yes, he is a magic unit. And then now arts is 20,000% light damage magic, increase light units damage by 50%, stackable for 25 seconds. And then the break damage modifier is 1000. The next one is True Arts, 55,000% light damage magic. Reduce enemies blind res by 60% and increase all allies attack by 100%. Break damage modifier is 1600. And then now his super arts is 130,000% light damage magic, 100% chance of blinding enemy for 30 seconds. Reduce enemies light res by 150% when it's blinded by this super arts. And then the break damage modifier is 2200. And then now let's move on to his passive. Increase own damage by 300% when own HP is 70% or more, only once. Now his other passive is blind resistance level 10, blind time reduction, and blind evasion rate 100% up. And then the other one is fatal blow level 5, crit damage 50% up. So I made Kazuki more so of a damage dealer DPS unit more than anything. And then now increase on arts gauge by 50, down right there just to slap it on, so that way he could just start up pretty fast, especially since he doesn't really have any crit besides his passive and defense ignore. And then now for his arts, the reason why I have that, so that way you could slot in the mono light teams, so that way, like, you know, for example, if you pair him up with Star God Lisa, well, his arts and Star God Lisa's true arts, those two will be able to stack together, and then everybody will be able to just do that much damage. Not only that, he has teamed up, well, only with one other person before, which was Ino Kam in the anime, but I still think that still works pretty well right there. And then now with the true arts, the reason why I have it right there is because he has blinded, even though it was only one enemy. But either way though, he has blinded an enemy, and also to just increase everybody's attack there too, because have just slight supporting capabilities. And then now with the super art, that one right there, 100% chance of blinding enemy, because again, he has done that in the anime. But then I have a conditional to where that if the enemy is blinded, then he'll reduce their light res. So that one right there, you could pair him up with other light units that have has light res, but since this one is conditional, that means it will pair up with other light res debuffs from other units. And now his passive is just to have him just be a damage dealer right there, but tied to his health. And then there you go. That is Kazuki's moveset. And so that is basically pretty much everybody's moveset right there. Yeah, this one took quite a bit of research. I actually went back and rewatched the entirety of the anime, but I do want to say during the recording of this video, which I am recording this on November 15th, 2024, which is on a Friday, that there's only one season of this anime. But either way, yeah, I went ahead and rewatched the entire thing to have their moveset be loosely lore accurate. Not only that, to be able to get how their animations might look like as well. So yeah, anyways guys, let me know what y'all think about all of them, and let me know if y'all agree with this or not. If you don't agree, let me know what you would change with their movesets. So one final thing that I want to say right here is that if you look in the description down below, you will see what is the next few videos within this series right here. And I also do take suggestions. So if you want to see an anime or a cartoon, so let me know in the comment section down below too. Anyways, that's it. See ya.